Top 20 Secretary Interview Questions and Answers. Secretaries are an essential part of every field in the business world. They play a huge role in how the business world runs by organizing and serving meetings, making appointments, prioritizing work and writing reports, among other things. This article summarizes some of the questions you are most likely to be asked in a secretary interview. These will ensure that you are not ambushed as you will be well prepared. 1. Why are you interested in this role? When this question arises, use it as an opportunity to sell yourself. Your answer will help the interviewer gauge if you are the best fit for the job. Sample answer: I am passionate about organizing things and ensuring everything runs smoothly. I am also an avid timekeeper, and the experience I have gained over the years enables me to ensure all things go as scheduled. I intend to use these skills to bring more order to the organization. 2. What are the roles of a secretary? The interviewer is assessing if you know what your job entails. Sample answer: a secretary answers call, takes messages, maintain the diaries and arrange for appointments. They also file work, manage databases, prioritize the workload, type and prepare reports, and organize meetings. 3. What are the qualities that a secretary should possess to be effective? Here, mention some of the unique qualities that a secretary needs to be successful in their job. Sample answer: a secretary needs to be an avid timekeeper and very orderly, since everything will rely on how well they schedule and manage the activities. He or she should also be a critical thinker to prioritize the workload without neglecting any. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you handle it? You need to prove to the interviewer that you will be a problem solver and not an added liability to the organization. Sample answer: when I first started in this field, I did not know how to deal with difficult personalities. Some employees, suppliers and at times even the customers would be difficult to handle. However, I realized and mastered a charm that allows me to engage with different kinds of people with ease with time. 5. Describe your daily routine as a secretary. Describe to the interviewer what a typical day looks like for you. It would be best if you also researched the lives of accomplished and established secretaries to give perspective. Sample answer: my daily routine as a secretary revolves around filing work, arranging appointments, receiving calls and taking messages. If there are meetings on that day, taking minutes and writing reports. 6. Describe briefly about your secretary experience. Since the interviewer already has your CV, let it be the one to explain your expertise. When asked this question, you need to talk about the things you are good at and what you have achieved. Sample answer: over the years, I have learned the art of time management and grasped it well. This allows me to schedule everything and ensure all goes as planned. I have also mastered how to prioritize work with a sense of urgency. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Explain with example. The interviewer wants to determine whether you have what it takes to get the job done. Strategy is an essential part of achieving that. Sample answer: I believe that a secretary should be orderly and ensure she or he has a proper organization for all activities. This will ensure that all activities are well scheduled and run smoothly. A positive mindset is crucial for a secretary dealing with different kinds of personalities. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? It would be best to research beforehand to prove to the interviewer that you are a visionary. Sample answer: every person has a unique personality, and that is what makes us different as human beings. I want to acknowledge that it will take time for me to master the different personalities of the people I will be working with. However, learning is a continuous process, and I'm sure I will have an easy time engaging with everyone in the long run. 9. How do you stay motivated at work? Every workplace comes with its share of challenges, and the interviewer would like to know how you will handle the problematic situations thrown your way. Sample answer: I consider it to be an honor to beat deadlines and all organizational activities being on schedule. Seeing the organization thrive due to my organization skills and input brings me great joy. 10. Describe a time you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. Show the interviewer that you are a responsible person who can be trusted to take accountability. Prove that you can accept defeat but still learn from the experience. Sample answer. When I was starting in this field, I cost my employer an important client. They called to book an appointment, and I forgot to note it down as I did not have the diary. Ever since that incident, I ensure I have all diaries on me at all times during work hours. I do not wait to write everything later, relying on my brain as we can all be forgetful at times. 11. What do you consider to be your biggest strength? Keep in mind that there are no right or wrong answers as we are all different. Use this opportunity to sell yourself once again. Sample answer. I believe I can quickly adapt to different situations and environments. This has made me flexible and a fast learner at my job. 12. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Here, the interviewer wants to see if you have figured out your career path and how determined you are to grow. Sample answer. In the next 5 years, I hope to build a more organized organization by ensuring that all activities are well scheduled and met deadlines. I hope to bring more order to the organization than there is at the moment. 13. How do you measure success? The interviewer may use this question to gauge your mindset, perspective and view life and your work. Sample answer. Success is relative and means something different to every individual. However, success is when I have ticked off my daily goals and achieved what I had intended for the month. I consider myself to be successful if my work output is positively impacting the organization. 14. How do you ensure confidentiality in your work? As a secretary, confidentiality is a core requirement in your line of work. The interviewer wants to know whether you respect the sensitive nature of your work. Sample answer. As a secretary, I engage and interact with various people from all levels of the organization. Sticking to the ethical requirements of the organization is a crucial part of my job. I refrain from sharing any information that I am not supposed to share. 15. How do you take control over mistakes in your duty? Here, the interviewer wants to know if you pay attention to detail and appreciate accuracy in your job. Sample answer. Once I notice an error in my work, the first step into making things right is to acknowledge that an error has occurred. However, I immediately make amends and apologize for any inconveniences caused. 16. Have you encountered a situation where you had to schedule different activities to achieve your objective? When this question arises, the interviewer wants to test your ability to prioritize work. Sample answer. Having worked for many years in this field, I understand and appreciate the sense of urgency in all organizational activities. I can organize the workload without neglecting any part. 17. What do you do when you are not satisfied with your work? This is a behavioral question that tests your commitment to excellent standards of work. Sample answer. Sometimes work can get very overwhelming. I find ways of motivating myself. Taking a break at times also helps gain a new perspective and re-energize. 18. How do you deal with the stress and pressure that comes with the job? Here, the interviewer wants to gauge how well you cope under pressure while maintaining your work standards. Sample answer. When work gets very overwhelming, I have learned to prioritize. This ensures that all workload is still scheduled and deliverables met in good time. This comes with the experience I have gathered over the years. 19. What resources will you require to operate smoothly? Your answer will help the interviewer know how best to equip you for your job. Sample answer. I believe that the organization has done a commendable job in equipping all employees to do their tasks with ease and meet the deliverables. I believe that the transition here will be seamless with open communication lines and have an excellent working experience. 20. Do you think you are the best fit for this job? It would be best to be bold when answering this question since your confidence is being put to the test. Sample answer. I have worked in this field for many years, and I believe I have vast knowledge and experience to propel this organization.